If you've been looking at homes in Raleigh, you've probably realized one thing pretty quickly. It's not cheap anymore. But what if I told you you can go just 45 minutes to an hour outside the city and still find homes in the 200s and 300s? What's going on? My name is Jon Tennant, and I'm a realtor here in the Raleigh Durham Triangle area. If you're thinking about moving to Raleigh or anywhere in the Triangle, I'll put a link in the description below where you can reach out to me directly. But today, we're not talking about Raleigh itself. We're talking about places outside of Raleigh that most people overlook. Because if affordability is your priority, this is where you need to be looking. Why you have to go further out? Let's start with the reality. Home prices in Raleigh have gone up significantly over the past few years. According to data from the National Association of Realtors and Redfin, median house prices in the Raleigh area are sitting at well above 400 in most parts of the city. So if you're trying to buy a home in the 200s or even the low 300s, it's getting harder to find that inside of Raleigh. And that's why more buyers are expanding their search. And according to the US Census trends, a lot of growth we're seeing right now isn't just in Raleigh, it's happening in surrounding counties as people move outward for affordability. The trade-off. But let's be real for a second, there are trade-offs. When you move 45 minutes to an hour outside of Raleigh, you're driving more, you're further from the city, and you're giving up some convenience. But what you gain is affordability, more space, less competition, and often newer homes. So for the right person, this might be a huge win. Let's start with Angier and Lillington. These are about 45 minutes to an hour outside of Raleigh, and they're some of the most affordable areas right now. You could still find newer construction homes, larger lots, and prices in the 200 to 300 range. And what's interesting about these areas is you're starting to see more builders move in. So while it still feels like a smaller town, you're getting new construction homes at price points that are almost impossible to find closer to Raleigh. And because of that, more and more people are moving here after getting priced out of Raleigh. Now let's move east to areas like Smithfield, Selma, and Benton. These are all within an hour of Raleigh and offer some of the best value in the region. You've got established communities, growing development, and strong price points. But here's what makes this area really interesting right now. There's a major new development coming to Selma called Eastfield Crossing. This is a large-scale retail and commercial project that's bringing in big-name stores, new restaurants, and a lot more convenience to the area. And from what's been announced so far, you're looking at things like a BJ's Wholesale, along with other national retailers and shopping options. So what this means is the area is starting to shift from a quiet small town to a growing town with real infrastructure. And Johnson County as a whole has been a fast-growing county in North Carolina, driven largely by affordability and proximity to Raleigh. So again, you're not just buying a home here, you're buying into growth. Now heading northeast, you've got areas like Zebulon, Lewisburg, and Franklinton. These are great if you want more land, quieter living, lower price points. Zebulon is a bit closer and growing faster, where Lewisburg and Franklinton are more laid back and rural. So it really depends on your lifestyle. Do you want a little more convenience, or do you want full peace and quiet? Pittsboro and Siller City, now heading west. Pittsboro is a big one to watch. A big reason why there's a massive development called Chatham Park. This is a multi-thousand acre master plan community. And honestly, the scale of it's something you'd expect in a much larger market. It's bringing in residential housing, retail, office space, parks, and long-term infrastructure. And this is where a lot of people get confused. You might hear some people say, Disney's coming to Pittsboro. And while that's not exactly accurate, it does show a level of investment and attention this area is getting, because companies are putting serious money into this region. And it's turning Pittsboro into one of the most talked about growth areas outside of Raleigh. So while you can still find opportunities here, you're also looking at an area that could look completely different in the next 5 to 10 years. And then just outside of that, you've also got places like Siller City, which is even more affordable and rural. Up north, you got Butner, Creedmoor, and Mebane. These areas are great if you want affordability, access to both Durham and Raleigh, and a quieter pace of life. And again, we're starting to see more people move into these areas as prices rise closer to the city. The bigger trend. So if you zoom out, what's really happening is this. Raleigh is expanding outward, and these smaller towns are becoming the next wave of growth. What feels far today might feel completely normal in the next couple of years. Who is this for? So who should actually consider these areas? If you're someone who is priced out of Raleigh, wants more space, doesn't mind commuting, or is thinking long-term, this could be a great move. But if you want walkability, nightlife, or being in the middle of everything, you probably want to stay closer in. If you're trying to figure out which of these areas makes the most sense for you, reach out using the link in the description. I'll help you break it down based on your budget, lifestyle, and goals. Make sure to like this video and subscribe to the channel for more information in the future. We'll see you in the next video.